but then they shift, but then so reason. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Saini. I hope you guys are doing good. So recently I gave interview in Vistara Airlines. Not recently, actually a long time ago. Why I'm saying this, I'll let you guys know soon. So this video is going to be about my experience regarding the interview. So let's start with the video. How I applied for the interview. So I just went on the portal and searched for Vistara Airlines. There was a cabin crew opening. It was a walk-in interview, but I applied. I didn't know about that before. So I applied and I got an invite from their side on my email. So in that it was written the interview was at 10 a.m. in the morning. So I reached the venue around 9:30 something. Though I reached early, but then I forgot to take my token number, which they were giving to each and every candidate over there. So I directly went to the washroom, got ready, and then I got to know about the token number. And when I went, I got around 71 or 2 something. And we were waiting for the first round. The first round was BMI round. So there were 2 recruiters over there. One was checking the height and weight and writing it on a paper, and the another one was calculating your BMI on the computer. So we were given one paper and our serial number was written on that. So I went to the recruiter who was checking my height and weight. So the thing she said to me was, your mom doesn't give you food or home. So I was like, why mom? So she said, I don't think so you'll match the BMI criteria. So I was like, I didn't know what to say, and she just wrote my height and weight on that thing. And on that paper, they also had to give one remark. So in some girl, she was giving a little scar on the right side of your nose or anything which is there on your face or hand. She used to write that on there. Maybe there was nothing to write on me, but she had to give one remark. She wrote, fix your makeup and hair. So she sent me to the another recruiter who was calculating the BMI. First of all, he asked us about our introduction and why we are here. By cabin crew. So I gave that answers and then he calculated my BMI. So BMI range was basically 18 to 22 and mine was 17.5. So he was like, you're underweight, and then he called another ma'am, can we take 17.5? It is very low. And I didn't know what to say. I said that I didn't have my breakfast in the morning, so maybe because of that. Otherwise I matched the BMI range usually. So she said, oh, why did you not eat anything? Just go eat first and then we'll check your weight again. So I went, I ate some bananas and I came back, but that time the lunch time had started. So I had to wait for a long time. Then they came back and they checked my weight again. So my BMI had shifted from 17.5 to 17.7. So again it was underweight, but she was like, it's okay, you can consider that. The thing that we can see here is they can take a little bit underweight, but they won't take overweight at all, because one girl was there whose BMI was 22.1. They did not take her. So a little bit underweight is okay, but overweight they are not okay. Then she told me you can proceed to the second round. Then I went to the second round. So the recruiter over there was taking girls in groups. So at my time there were 3 girls. 3 of us we went to the recruiter. The 2 among us were working in Vistara as a ground staff. So I was like, there is a very less chance of me getting selected here because both of them are experienced ones. So she started the interview. She first started asking questions to the first girl. We were sitting in a row like 1, 2 and 3. I was sitting on the 3rd chair. So she started to interview from the first girl. She asked her some questions, she answered, and then she said that, okay, you can proceed to the 3rd round. Then she started asking to the second girl, and immediately in between of the second girl, she started questioning me. So the first thing she asked me was, why was your BMI so low? So I gave my answer. Then after that, I said that I went and ate outside and then they calculated it again. So she said, what did you eat? Then I said bananas. So she was like, you should have taken a full proper meal. She was like, your BMI is very low. So I said, ma'am, I'll increase it till my training period. So she was like, would you? So I was like, yes, ma'am. Then the next question she asked me was, since I belong to IT sector, so she was like, why are you leaving that thing and you're joining aviation? So she asked me the reason behind that. I gave my answer. So the last question she asked me was, why cabin crew? I gave my answer. Then she said that, okay, fine, you can proceed to the 3rd round. And the second girl was still sitting over there. Then I went to the 3rd round, and I met the first girl which was there with me during the second round. So we both were waiting for the third round since the recruiter was busy inside. Then after some time, the second girl which was there with us came and she told us that she was rejected because ma'am asked her to introduce herself in Hindi. So that this is also mandatory because in their application they have written that you should have a good command over Hindi as well as English. So you should know both these languages very properly. And she was not able to introduce herself in Hindi, so she was rejected. Then we were waiting for the third round. Then the girl with me first went inside. Then she came out and she said, "I am rejected." So it's like, oh my god, both the experienced ones were rejected. What is going to happen with me? So I went inside. She asked me many questions. The first thing she asked me was introduce yourself. Then I gave my answer. Then she asked why cabin crew. Then what qualities do you have? Why should we select you? After that, she asked me like you'll move to a different state for your training. Like the training is in Delhi. So you'll move to a different state. What challenges do you think you'll face and how will you tackle them? Then she asked me, are you okay to relocate? In this question, you have to say yes. Decide afterwards whatever you want to do. But when the recruiter asks you, are you okay to relocate? Just say yes. Then she asked me, what base do you want? So I said Bombay base. So then she said, congratulations, you are selected and you can move to the documentation round. So I went outside. I was not able to believe myself because the two girls who were experienced, they were rejected. And I was like, my confidence had become very low when the first girl was rejected in the third round. And then I got selected and my mom was waiting downstairs. Since the interview was on the second floor, I went down. I first told my mom. Then I came again up for the documentation round. So in the documentation round, we were 4 to 5 girls. She called us together inside and there were 2 recruiters over there. They explained us all the documentation. So she asked us to give some information like basic things, your Aadhaar card number, then your passport number, most important thing because some people have doubt like do they ask for passport. So once you're selected, they'll ask you your passport number. So passport is mandatory when you're selected in the interview. So she asked all those basic things and she asked your name, your email ID and everything. Then she told us to upload some documents on the portal and then we were asked to go outside and do all those documentation work. Even though I had applied for the application and I had uploaded all my documents over there, but then they shifted my application from the candidate position to the selected candidate. So over there, I had to fill my all documents again. So my interview was in the Marriott Hotel in Mumbai. So there was no network in that hotel and we were not able to upload any document. So we went inside again and asked ma'am that there is no network. After a very long time, like we were 2 to 3 hours in that process. So she was like, okay, fine, do one thing, go home and complete your documentation process and mail me that we have successfully completed the process. Then I can proceed with your candidature. So we were like, okay, fine. So the documentation round was the most time consuming round. Then we asked her about our medicals. So then she told us that by tomorrow, since my interview was on 26th of July, so by tomorrow you will get your mail regarding the medicals and you will get your address. You have to go there and do your medicals. So we were like, okay, fine. And she told us to go. Then we went. And by evening, I sent them the mail regarding that I've completed my documentation thing on the portal. So if you want a video regarding what answers I gave to the questions that were asked to me in the interview, I'll make a separate video on that. So that's it for today. If you guys like this video, do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.